is fall. Gilmore Girls, a year in the life. If you want to see my other reviews on winter, spring, and summer, I will leave links to them. Go check them out. But now we will be talking about fall, the last episode, and it is jam-packed. Everything's wrapping up, but of course we gotta have that one crazy moment at the end. We'll get to it. Let's do this. Lorelai has decided she's gonna pull a Wild, the book, not the movie. She wants to go into the wilderness and clear her mind. On this trip, she ends up hanging out with a group of women who are doing the same type of thing. They want to jumpstart their lives again. And one of those is, yep, another Bunheads alum, Stacy Oristano. And that was really great to see her come back. While this hike doesn't go how Lorelai expected, she does get her moment of clarity. She calls Emily and tells her about a real favorite moment that she had with her dad. Then she comes home and Luke is completely lost without Lorelai. And he goes into this whole spiel because he thinks she's gonna leave him, and he's just talking about how he loves her so much. It was just so beautiful to hear him speak that way because, you know, he's kind of like more of a ruggedy guy, but you know, he really is the perfect guy for Lorelai. And she's like, no, I don't want to leave you, I want to get married. And then he pulls out a ring and oh my god, oh, my eyes are already getting a little watery just from thinking about how like beautiful it was. Oh, she's getting married. She reaches out to Emily and wants a loan to help expand the dragonfly. Everything is coming together. Meanwhile, weird things are happening around Rory, and it turns out the Life and Death Brigade have returned. This was kind of the last hurrah for Rory and Logan, which I was glad about because I really didn't like what they were doing. I feel like if they're gonna be together, they should be together. And then, you know, she said goodbye to the Life and Death Brigade too. It was like a really funny Wizard of Oz type of goodbye. There's always those pop culture references throughout the whole season, so that was really fun. So now Rory's headed to her grandparents and she is starting to write this story of the Gilmore Girls in her grandfather's old office. And I love that scene when she's walking into the house and she's seeing all these old memories that they had together, and I thought that was a nice, non-cheesy way to kind of show those old memories and old moments. It was like just really beautifully done. Rory ends up giving the first 3 chapters of this book to her mom, and her one note is take out the. It's just Gilmore Girls. This was another moment that I thought could have gone really cheesy, you know, this book that she's writing called Gilmore Girls, but it was actually really cool. And I don't know, it felt like, wow, what if this whole series we've been watching is really a TV adaptation of the book Rory wrote about her life with her mom? I don't know. Stuff like that, I just thought it was really cool. We get a bunch more cameos in this episode. We got Christopher, Rory's dad. We get to see where he's at. He's working for his own father's company. We get to see Dean. He is still married. They have 3 boys and they have a baby girl on the way. And of course, Melissa McCarthy came back to play Suki, which was amazing. I wish that we had gotten more time with her. Obviously, she's really busy, but it was great to see her come back. She appeared in the kitchen. She's making all these different types of wedding cakes for Lorelai and Luke's wedding, and it was just really great to see that whole trio reunited, Michelle, Suki, and Lorelai, but especially Lorelai and Suki, you know, they were always the best friends. Now things are starting to wrap up. Emily has this moment of clarity where she's like, I'm tired of this rich, petty lifestyle, and she moves to Nantucket and works at a whaling museum. You really saw her character change a lot this season. Luke and Lorelai are finally getting married. We didn't get to see their real wedding, but we saw the night before they were like, oh, why are we even waiting? Let's just get married now, and then the next day we'll have this big party and this huge wedding. But Kirk put it all together and it was gorgeous. I was like, this is a magical dream wedding right here. The only thing that I didn't love about it was I wish Emily had been there, because I feel like that's one of the things that makes Emily and Lorelai butt heads a lot, is that Emily wants to be involved in things like this. It wasn't that the whole issue with her marriage with Christopher, that Emily didn't find out about it till days or weeks later, something like that. I think it would have been nice if Emily had been included in that evening, and just to show how their relationship has improved. And finally, the last 4 words. This is huge. This is something people have been waiting to hear since the original series ended. And it's so funny because the way A Year in the Life was going, it was wrapping up all these stories so neatly. Of course, there were some things that maybe still had questions about, but overall, you kind of got everybody's story wrapped up until you get to those last 4 words, and then it kind of was like, explosions, what? Nah. So the last 4 words are Rory saying mom, Lorelai saying yeah, and Rory saying I'm pregnant. Now there's just so many theories of where this could go. What does this mean for Gilmore Girls in general? Will we get another season? Is this kind of the end? They haven't announced it yet as of me making this video. But who is the father? It could be Paul, Rory's boyfriend or ex-boyfriend at this point. But we only saw him that one time in the first episode, so I'm gonna assume it's not him. There was that guy that she had the one-night stand with in the Wookiee costume, but that happened in the spring episode, so if she had gotten pregnant from that, she would have been like really far along by now. Could it be one of the ex-boyfriends? I don't think it's Dean. It could maybe be Jess if they're gonna do like a flashback to, oh, the time when Jess stopped by the Gazette to talk to Rory, maybe something happened. But if that doesn't happen, I don't think that it was him either. The only two options that I think it could possibly be are Logan, because obviously she had her last hurrah with Logan at the beginning of this fall episode, or there was a moment in one of the episodes where Rory had said, you know, I'm not even doing anything now, like, I might as well become one of Paris's surrogates. It was kind of a joke when she said it, but she could have been serious. If it is that, it's interesting because it's not what you would expect, but it wouldn't be as cool because she'd be giving the baby to someone else. You wouldn't get to see that whole Gilmore Girls, Lorelai, Emily, and Rory basically raising this child. So I don't know if I really want it to be this surrogacy path, but that is a possibility. Or it could be an accident and it could have been with Logan. And if that's the case, then you open a whole other can of worms because yes, you would have this really cute Gilmore baby, but you know, Logan's getting married to someone else right now. I have faith that at some point in time we will learn, whether it be next year or 10 years from now. I think eventually we will find out more about this whole situation. Overall, I really loved watching this series come back. I thought they did a great job. I thought that there were twists and turns and there was so much of that quirky nostalgia that you only get with Gilmore Girls, and I loved every minute of it. I would love to know what you guys thought of this episode, of the entire season. What did you think about the last 4 words? That's something that we've been waiting for so long. Did it live up to your expectations? Leave a comment below and let me know. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it and click that subscribe button because I come out with new videos every week. See ya!